Hello, everybody. Welcome back to High Vibin It. Thanks so much for being here. We are very excited to have another awesome, magical, very helpful episode of High Vibin It for you guys today. And today we have a very lovely guest. She just so happens to be very magical, very beautiful, and we're very excited to talk to her. And she is a chakra expert / your spiritual BFF. If you don't already know who she is, you definitely need to go follow her on social media and listen to this whole episode. Introducing Miss Amber Lee. Amber, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, girl. We're very excited to chat with you on all things chakra alignment, manifestation, however our conversation unfolds today.
Amazing. Excited.
So I will kick it off, Amber Lee. Let's talk about I don't know how to introduce this question. What makes you tick? How'd you get into this work? Where did you start versus where you are now? Was there I'm sure you give this story all the time, but what are the cliff notes of what makes you you?
Okay. So where it all began, I was a hot mess in my 20s, as much of us tend to be.
I already love it. Yes.
Yeah. Partying, drinking, 4 a.m. pizza, the whole shebang. I was told I was going to fashion school. And my friend was like, if you want to lose a quick 5 pounds, you should go to hot yoga. There's a $30 promo, 2 weeks. I'm like, sweet, 5 pounds, doing it. Hated it. I was like, this is a nightmare, but $30 was a lot of money back then. So I was like, I gotta do this. I had my mascara running down my face. I was wearing my hair extensions. It was not cute. It was not a look. One of the days I was late for class, and they were like, oh, well, there's a meditation class that you could join, but there's not gonna be another yoga class tonight. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'm here, I'll do the meditation class. Well, at first I was like, will it help me lose weight? And she was like, eventually. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I went to the class. I realized that I had this giant lump in my throat, and I was swallowing like a psycho. I was clearing my throat insane, and I realized I couldn't sit still, and I was like, this is not normal. So I asked the teacher after class, and she was like, sounds like your throat chakra is blocked. And I had no idea what that meant, but then I was on a mission to figure it all out. So found a meditation, found a crystal, some mantras for my throat chakra, did it every single day for 2 weeks, cleared it up. I was a different person in 2 weeks. And I was like, what else can I fix? What other chakras are there? And then I just went on a rampage, and I was like, why don't more people know about this? And I knew that I had to be the person to tell them in a fun and relatable way. Because when I was doing my research, it was these 90-year-old men in India. And I was like, they don't get it. They don't understand hangover anxiety. How they don't understand me. I need to describe this in a very relatable way to women my age. And it was that was 5 years ago, and now there's so much stuff online, right? So much, so many cool women doing this, but I was definitely one of the first, and it was my mission. It had to happen.
I love that story. And I also like that you say you wanted to bring it to people in a relatable way. I know when I got started with hypnotherapy, I really wanted to bring spirituality into it, and I wanted to be the spiritual hypnotherapist. But when you think of that, you think of women in with the crystal ball, and I don't want that vibe. I wanted to be I guess relatable would be the best word. So I love that you brought that up, because it doesn't have to be what's already out there. And I think even more importantly is that you bring your own flavor to it, because there's somebody that will resonate perfectly with you. And I think we can all agree that that's happened for you.
Yes.
So what kind of things, Kelsey, let's get into the basics, because there might be, 1% of our listeners that might not even know what chakras are. So how would you explain it to somebody who's just getting started?
Yeah, so everything is energy, and I think everyone knows that. I'm sure everyone listening to this podcast believes that. So our thoughts, our emotions, everything that we manifest into our life is all related. So our chakras are the key energy centers in our body. They also extend below our feet and above our head. And each chakra is essentially the home for different emotions, different manifestations, different opportunities. So those energies are basically like the GPS to the life that we want. Like our chakras already know how to get us the life that we want, but they have to be clear and they have to be operating at their highest energy. So when we have trauma, when we have physical pain, when we have just blocks and insecurities and whatever going on in our lives, that affects the energy of our chakras. So the concept is that you want to clear the blocks, activate the energy that's already in there, and those are going to guide you to the life that you want.
Beautiful. Can you give I almost said the readers. You guys are not reading this podcast. That would take forever. Could you give the listeners a couple of like examples in context of like, if you want to manifest this, it might be related to such and such chakra? Because I can think of some, but I want you to explain it.
Yeah. What are some, like, I mean, money, like that's usually like a main one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of two different chakras. So our root chakra, if you're having like major money blocks and you're in like a survival mode with money, then that is root chakra. If you feel like your relationship's pretty good with money, but you want to experience more abundance and fruitfulness, and you want to use like your energetic spark to call that in, then your solar plexus, your sacral chakra is like your feminine power, which is also your creativity, which might support you in finding creative ways to make money. So the bottom three, I would say, like 1, 2, and 3, work your way up, and that will support you in shifting that money situation. I mean, love, heart chakra. I mean, such a common one for women is finding our voice and our assertiveness. So for me, that throat chakra was the first one that was really important. And then I would say the next one for women is worthiness. Like that's a very common one that I see. And the second chakra that I ever worked on was my sacral chakra as well. And so that's right, like 2 inches below your belly button. That's your creativity, your sexuality, your worthiness, and your feminine power.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Because a lot of our listeners are obviously interested in manifesting more money or manifesting their soulmate or coming into their feminine energy more and embracing that, because it's mostly all women who listen, which is awesome. And I want to also ask you, like, beginner basic style, how would one identify if they have a chakra blockage? Like, what are some of the signs or ways that manifests?
Yeah, so there's a few ways. So first is the hard way, which is like understanding what every chakra does and what every chakra means, and then assessing what's going on in your life and being like, okay, I think this is the chakra that's blocked. Easier way to do that is Google it. Like chakra block for money, chakra block for love, chakra block for anxiety, chakra, you know what I mean? That's how I learned for the first part. So there's that. Secondly, if you have physical pain in any area of your body, that's an indicator that there's a chakra block in that area. So like if you've got a lot of lower back pain, then that could be your root chakra. If you've got stuff going on in your digestive system, that can be sacral chakra. If you've got stuff going on in like your reproductive organs, that could be sacral chakra. I know thyroid issues are very common for women, so that would be throat chakra. So that's another way. Secondly, like if you're like, oh, I don't really have like any major pain, if you're someone who's really kind of tapped in and tuned in, and you just sit in meditation and you take a deep breath and you try to send the energy of that breath and the air from that breath all the way down to your toes. Like if you breathe in as deep as you can, you'll start to feel areas that feel blocked or tight. So you might notice that your throat, there's a lump in your throat. You might notice that there was like this weird pain in your stomach when you breathed in, or that there was like a fatigue. You might notice that there was just like, you could not even understand or connect with the bottom of your feet, or even down, you know, through to the bottom of your spine. You're like, the air didn't even go there. So that's an indicator that you're disconnected from the root chakra. So yeah, those are a few different ways, but here's the thing. We all have a blocked chakra. Easiest way, I actually have a quiz.chakragirlco.com, which will tell you what chakra is blocked. And there's lots of fun pop culture references because we got to make it fun.
Gotta make it fun. I love that. So how do you help people, like, in general? Like, do you work with people one-on-one? Like, what are the things people come to you for?
Yes, I don't work with people one-on-one anymore. So I always say, like, we should look at like our biggest transformation we've ever experienced in our lives and teach that. And for me, that was when I launched my business. And what I realized that when I launched my business was that every step that I had to take, and I feel like that's where so many people get lost too. It's like they're trying to launch their business. They don't know what steps in what order they're meant to take. So what I downloaded and realized was that every single step we have to take to launch our business requires us to step into a different chakra energy. And it's like the sequence of the chakras. So it's like you're building the foundation of your business. You need your root chakra. You're creating your brand. You need the creativity and the emotional connection in your sacral chakra. You're building your website and like putting it all out there. You're going to need that solar plexus motivation. So it's like, goes through all of accessing that chakra energy. And then for like a week, for example, we work on accessing the root chakra, clearing out your money story, working on any fears, any fight or flight, self-sabotage. We work on that for a week. And then once we've accessed that foundational grounding connection, then we work on the foundation of your business. So yeah, it's called Chakra Girl Business School. That's the kind of bread and butter. We also have a program called Goddess Magnetism, which is kind of like next level spirituality. I have a 5D course as well. This is even like, we're like going 12D in Goddess Magnetism. Like it's like multi-dimensional exploration, goddess connection, astral traveling, time traveling, like all the things. So yeah, those are the 3 ways to work with me. Yeah, it's pretty, there's a lot. There's something for everybody.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that people can just
courses. We have lots of, I should say like, we have like chakra training. So it's like when you take the chakra quiz and you're like, okay, turns out my sacral chakra is blocked. You can buy the sacral chakra training, which has like rituals and to unblock the sacral chakra. And then you can like buy all of them and learn about all the chakras as well. So that's a good place to start.
I like that they can just basically type you in and be like off to the races. Whatever they need, they can find. I love it. What are your favorite ways, I guess, to keep your chakras as clear and aligned as possible?
So ritual. So super cliche, mind, body, soul, and energy every day. So like every chakra, you want to tackle it from each angle. So say you're working on the root chakra, you want to be doing mindset work that is going to support you in clearing the root chakra. You want to be doing different exercises and different ways to connect to your body in the root chakra. For your soul, there's meditation. For your energy, there's visualization, there's crystals, tapping, Reiki, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to take 3 hours a day. I always teach like the 7-minute ritual. Like you can get it done like really fast. And obviously as you go, you're going to want to work on it longer most days. And then some days you want to do a 7-minute ritual. So yeah, really targeting the energy from all angles is how you see the result. Like you don't get it from Reiki alone. You don't get it from mindset work alone. You don't get it from exercising alone. Like you need to really go at it from all areas.
Yes, the holistic way is always going to give you the most holistic results.
Yes.
That's how it goes. Oh, I want to give, when you were saying the connecting to your body, I wanted to give a couple ideas for a couple of the different chakras that I really like. Mm-hmm. So connecting to the root chakra, I love any type of like heavy duty leg stuff. So like squatting is really grounding, especially if you're using like weight. Anything where your feet are on the ground planted and you're doing like leg stuff, I find is really helpful for like connecting to the root chakra. And then tree hugging, a great way to get rooted, obviously, because trees are very rooted. And then some stuff for the heart chakra is like a lot of the yoga poses that are heart openers, anything where your shoulders are back, or maybe you're like rolling out your back so your chest is up and open. What else for the heart? Back bends, gentle back bends, upward facing dog, all that type of stuff where you're opening the chest. Those are really healing for the heart chakra. And then what else? Do you have any, Amber, that you really love?
Yeah, I'll go through a few. So for root chakra, I was going to also say mountain pose, like even just having your feet grounded and like, so the root chakra is even though it's about rooting and grounding, it's actually about momentum. So I say you need to root down to rise up. So putting your feet in the actual grass, like there's nothing more powerful than that. Sacral chakra, baths, like getting into water. The element of the sacral chakra is water. My favorite favorite thing. And I do it anytime I get a chance, obviously not in Vancouver in December, but standing in the ocean and letting like the waves hit your belly button and like pull the water back. Like that is like the ultimate clearing. But even just visualizing that, like even visualizing that there's that for me, like when I said I worked on my throat chakra first, then my sacral chakra, I, for 2 weeks, visualized for 10 minutes at a time that I was standing in the ocean and that the waves were crashing to my belly button. And then when the tide pulled back out, it was like taking everything I didn't need away. I did that. That changed my life. Like that changed my life. Solar plexus, getting into the sun, breath of fire. So heart openers are also really good for the solar plexus because you're opening up your rib cage. What else for the heart chakra? With the heart chakra, like anything that brings balance. So it's not just about love, like it's also about balance. So balancing your masculine and feminine, balancing your ability to give and receive, forgiveness, things like that. Throat chakra, breathe, any kind of like breathing exercises. What else? Yeah, I mean, there's so many things. I always just focus on like the bottom chakras because our third eye and our crown are naturally quite open, especially as women. And it's like everyone I feel like wants to skip ahead and be like, I want to open my third eye. And it's like, girl, that's not going to work if you're like in survival mode and like overwhelmed and don't have your shit figured out.
That's
I love that.
so true. I know, like for me personally, I'm always more psychic and more in tune and more able to connect with spirit when I'm not so preoccupied with like the 3D stuff of being a human. And like I love being a human and being in 3D, but it's like if you are in survival mode, you cannot access all that information. So why are you trying to do that anyway? Get grounded first, relax your nervous system more. Like there is a progression and a method to this work.
100%.
Breath is super important, especially like there's the hypnosis that I do with my clients for chakra cleansing, and it's literally just like with the breath, breathing in the colors for each one. If you know the colors, if you're just starting out, it's, it's Roy G. Biv, it's the rainbow, but
I always say that to people and they have no idea what I'm talking about.
They don't know Roy G. Biv?
Like, did you go to elementary school? Like, hello.
Kelsey, do you know Roy G. Biv?
I've never heard it, but I can figure it out.
Wait, maybe it's an age thing. I'm 35, so we definitely learned that.
I'm 33, yeah.
Okay.
So it's, for anyone that doesn't know, it's the colors of the rainbow. So it's like red, orange, yellow. It spells like Roy G.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv, the colors of the rainbow. Yeah, that's so funny. I did not know you didn't know that, Kelsey. I didn't know anyone didn't know that.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people actually
I've never heard that. I mean, I learned all the colors in order, but they didn't say, this is the abbreviation, strange word for all the colors. You want to say them all at the same time.
There was one for the planets, too.
My dude, Roy G. Biv. They had one for the planets? Oh, I don't remember that one.
I can't remember. That one was a little longer, but.
That's funny. Yeah. So if you do want to try, using the breath and just bringing in the color, it's super powerful visualization you can do. Yeah. I'm very interested because I know Kelsey is a super crystal gal. I know you work with crystals, Amberly. So like, what are your favorite crystals, or what are the crystals that respond to the chakras or that help resonate them?
Well, every crystal responds to a different chakra, and the easiest way to, here's the thing. Crystals are so personal, and it's like, you're going to know what you need when you go into that crystal store. You're going to be drawn to it. An easy way to, because again, like our like 3D minds want to like make sense of it and put the puzzle pieces together. But so an easy way to put the puzzle pieces together is, again, the colors of the rainbow. So if it's a red crystal or like a dark burgundy or like a black crystal, it's going to be for your root chakra. If it's orange, it's going to be for your sacral chakra. So yeah, maybe I'll just rattle off like my personal favorites for each one. So root chakra, I love black obsidian, black tourmaline, and garnet. For the sacral chakra, orange calcite, solar plexus, citrine is the best. If you don't have a piece of citrine and you're complaining about money, you have no more excuses. Put citrine in your wallet. Do not put it in your bedroom because you will not sleep. It has like energy of the sun. It like literally makes me like super. It's like I don't need coffee if I have citrine.
I just have this little one, but
yes, exactly.
I don't have a big one. For those that are on the Patreon, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But But yeah, I just have the little rolled stones. But citrine, I've heard, is good for money. But they tell you you have to pick a green stone, like the green one's for the money. So I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that's the info I was given.
Green for me, no, like that's it. Maybe here's the thing. If when you look at the color green, you think of money, then get a green one. For me, like the yellow is like gold and like abundance and like this like magic sparkles. I don't know, like that's what I feel about yellow. Green, I feel like, so the heart chakra, like I mentioned, is about balance. The heart chakra is actually pink and green. So the green is like the masculine. If you're working on really balancing your masculine, if you're 2 and you're feminine and you're not like, you're like trying to like meditate your way to your goals, but not taking any action, a green stone would be great for you. And then if you're someone like me, who's like working and forgetting to take breaks, then a pink stone would be great for you. So yeah, rose quartz. Obviously, like I always say that rose quartz is the basic bitch of crystals, because like everyone, but it's also like so neat. Everyone loves a basic bitch. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but bless.
Yes, of course you are. Yes.
Okay, and then throat chakra, turquoise. I love like an aquamarine or an amazonite, which is like a really like pretty like pale bluish green. It is like so gorgeous. And then for third eye chakra, sodalite or lapis. Crown chakra, amethyst or anything clear quartz. I love a Lemurian quartz. Yeah, those are some of my faves, but there's so many.
So if you roll into a crystal shop and you're like, I want to pick this amethyst for my root chakra because that feels good, on some level it will do its job.
Half of the magic is what you believe. I want to say like 75.
Nothing could be truer. Period. I love it.
So like crystals do have they do emit a frequency. Anything, everything, like this box emits a frequency. But like, so because it's a crystal and because it's from the earth, the frequency is a lot stronger than that box. So the frequency of that crystal is going to match a vibration of the chakra that you're working on. Okay. So, but the majority of what you're getting out of it is the intention that you're putting into it and the mental belief that you're putting into it. I actually watched The Matrix last night for like the first time since like the 90s, whenever it came out.
The first time since you woke up.
Yeah, exactly.
It hits different, doesn't it?
It's different now. So yeah, it's like, it's literally all about what you believe.
Yeah. And if you get nothing out of this show, remember, almost all of our episodes have that theme. It's your intention, it's your belief, and that's the name of the game. So thank you for shining a light on that. Do you do any kind of energy healing, or what's your take on that? Like, I mean,
I'm certified in Reiki, but I also have like downloaded other modalities of energy healing that I use myself. And my job, I feel, is to empower other people to do their own energy healing. I can't heal everyone, but I think everyone should be healing themselves. Do I still see healers? 100%. It's great to be held, but this shit you need to do it on the daily. Like you need to know how to do this stuff. Like you need to have your own toolbox of things that you do. So yeah, there's everything from like sound healing to, what was the word I was going to, like your starseed language.
What is that? Stop.
Okay, you guys are gonna Google it, and you're gonna be like, these people are just crazy.
No, I'm so excited. Tell me more.
It's truly, truly crazy. So essentially, I want to send you a video. Okay, so if you guys look up Tiffany Tin,
okay,
on YouTube, she's amazing. I've bought her courses and I've done a session with her. At this point, I feel like I need to be getting affiliate money from her. I'm like, not sponsored, but open to it. Yeah. So so essentially it's like tuning into your starseed self, and it's kind of like channeling, and you just kind of like get into this like meditative state, and you like start to like channel like this language. It's actually, so another way to say it is your light language.
Okay.
So I think that might be how she says it. And I think she might call it your light language. And you also have like a soul song. So I'll tell you, like, I was doing these like meditations of connecting to my Lemurian self, and which is like a past life situation. And I did this, I was like doing this guided meditation where they were like, now like you're going to get a gift from like your Lemurian self. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to see a picture. In my visualization, she's going to hand me something, or like she's going to say something. But then all of a sudden I like started like singing a song that was like not in English. And I was like, okay, I guess and I didn't know what was going on. And then I asked Tiffany Tin, she's like, yeah, that actually was like an experience that I've had as well. That's called your soul song, or that's your like starseed language. I know it sounds crazy.
No. It absolutely does not. And I need to look this girl up because it sounds right up my alley, doesn't it? Go.
So in Goddess
Lindsay's obsessed with extraterrestrial stuff.
It's
extraterrestrial, starseeds, all that stuff.
Okay, perfect. So this is what we do. Like in Goddess Magnetism, we learn our language and our soul song. So
and you can access those both through when you look up, what is her name, Tiffany Tin?
No, this is in Goddess Magnetism.
Oh.
So, but I would look her up as well. I learned it from her private session.
Gotcha.
She goes over it in her courses at all, but I think her private sessions are only like $200 or something.
I'm gonna see what I can find out.
Yes,
for sure. That sounds so cool. So this is kind of rolling into the next part of what I wanted to talk about, which is you say the healing has to happen almost daily. You need to make sure that you're staying in tune with yourself, which we couldn't agree with more. What other modalities are your favorite ways of kind of staying into that healing state, or being very conscious of what's going on with yourself?
You mean as the day goes on?
Well, if you do it daily or weekly, or like, what are some things you've kind of adapted to yourself?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, I do like a long ass ritual every day. So I do sound healing. I do, like, I go up to the 12th dimension sometimes. Most importantly is connecting to Earth, connecting to the cosmos. So send my energy up to the 12th dimension, get a clearing from good old Archangel Metatron, and like receive that clearing. I do like DNA activations. So I'll kind of just like ask my light family to like send me a DNA activation, and I'll integrate that. I love doing that in the bathtub because I feel like there's something very like, I don't know. I feel like DNA activations can be aggressive. Like I've been wiped out from them. Like I got like food poisoning symptoms once, like ascension symptoms. So I like to do that in the bathtub with like Epsom salts.
So I'm going to stop you again. I'm the worst. What is a DNA activation for those that don't know?
Okay. So, I'm going to also suggest you guys look into a guy named Dr. Bruce Lipton.
I know Bruce Lipton. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Epigenetics. So essentially our thoughts change our body.
Yeah.
Also, when we are like multi-dimensional beings, so there are upgrades, there are frequencies that are possible for our bodies here on Earth to receive. We just have to activate them and be open to them. So our like bodies are so much capable of so much more than what we know. So if we go into these, cosmic realms, those activations are available for us. And there's like many different ways that you can do it. I don't want to say there's no right or wrong way, but there's so many ways that you can do it, but it's essentially like receiving the healing. Short in one sentence, it's receiving healing from the cosmos that will change your frequency and will eventually change your DNA.
Do you know in what, like when you're asking for a DNA activation from your light family, do you know what it is activating, or do you just trust that it's going to be good?
You just trust that you can ask for a specific thing. I don't usually, like, I'm just like, but you, obviously there's safety precautions. Like you want to say a DNA upgrade based in unconditional love for my highest good. Anything else must leave now. I'm not available to receive anything that is not based in unconditional love for my highest good.
Right. When I work with any sort of energies or things that are unseen or in the spirit realm, I always preface it with, I only work with beings of love, light, and compassion, because if they don't have compassion, that could be a problem. And if you're opening yourself up to any energy, you just need to be picky and you need to be specific. Don't say, oh, I want a blessing from the universe. Like, get a little more specific than that and say what you are and are not letting in.
Yes. And then like some people will do like, they'll like clap 3 times. Like they'll be like, if you are not like based in love and light, like be gone. Like they'll clap 3 times. I do like a forced exhale. It's like whatever.
I like it.
Feels like, okay, they're getting out of here. And I do that all the time because like I get sometimes ET visitors when I'm sleeping. So I will, before bed, I'll do like a and get the fuck out of here. I'm going to bed.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I have a note under the mat of my front door that's like, only beings and spirits and energies of love, light, and compassion are welcome in this home. Everyone else, stay out or get out.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is in writing. So
perfect.
I know.
Unless they come to the window.
Oh, true.
But the whole house is protected. It's the energy of the note. They're not going to read.
Quick one.
Going to read the note.
For my online orders, you may enter the entrance and get my signature, and then you must leave.
Yes. Before bed, this is a quick one for those that maybe could use this. Before bed, when I'm like doing my, nightly checklist before I fall asleep, I visualize my whole house is like covered in like a dome of like, what is it called? Divine healing white light, that kind of thing. And so my whole house is covered. That protects my kids. That protects my cats. That protects my fish and my husband. So everything else cannot enter. My fish and my husband. He'll appreciate that. He'll be such a fan of that. So anything that you can do, if you want to do it throughout the day or before bed, I think that's such a good point to bring up. Like, you are in charge of what enters your space and you are in control of where your energy is going and what's coming into your energy. So, little tip.
Hey there, thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to watch the extended version where you get the full podcast episode in a video format, just go to patreon.com/High Vibe. The link is in the description. That's where you can become a supporter of the show, listen to all the episodes via video format, and each week you get extended versions of the show, meaning you get to see the pregame behind the scenes, and also you get an extended interview with whoever we're guesting, or if it's me and Lindsay, we usually pull cards for you guys, fun stuff like that. So go check it out. There's lots of cool goodies, including a free copy of my book, a free audio hypnosis from Lindsay. She's a hypnotherapist. And yeah, we just want to give you all the goods, all the content. So head over to patreon.com/High Vibe to become a Patreon.
Or if you'd rather listen to the rest of this episode, head over to highvibinit.com where you'll see all the links to everywhere that it's getting streamed. Click your favorite one and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Thanks for listening.